We've been growing from the ground since we put our first systems in 1998, and we haven't grown in the soil since 2006. We've continuously been building tabletops since then. We started off at a 1.1 metre height, which is pretty much the preferred height that we've stayed at. The efficiency of having the fruit presented to the picker at this height fits for most people. We wanted to be able to spray the whole tunnel in one pass, so that was the reason in becoming in the central alleyway. The benefits of having 6 rows in one tunnel as opposed to 4 rows, which is where we had been before. Being able to get the HSO tunnel with a larger steel meant that we could get the same level of strength, if not more, from a 9 metre tunnel than what we were achieving with a 6.5 metre tunnel. By having a V-leg and a shoulder, it means that we can get the polythene up around by the bend on the hoop, and the polythene will stay up with it folded. We also haven't tried to cram the crop in. It's still a 1.2 metre spacing on the leg row, which means it's a lot easier to mow it. It also means that the polythene can stay up and be vented. Once it's up, it can stay up all year, unless there's wind forecast and we need to protect against the wind damage on the fruit. We're using 150 micron 55% diffused polythene, which is a 3-season polythene, but generally we're able to use it for about 5 seasons depending upon the weather that we have. It's sort of a middle ground polythene really, for this is an everbearer crop. So we don't want it too early. We need some diffusion in it, so it's sort of an in-between film to give us the best of both. We're seeing the benefits now of actually being able to have the perfect climate from auto-venting, rather than having to remove people from other jobs and move them to another site when there's a temperature builds up. It just automatically vents, so it's a labour-saving cost and being efficient. These tunnels are set up to a wind sensor, so the minute the wind gets up to sort of 15 miles an hour, the vents can come down to protect the crop. So it's not just about venting to take the temperature out, it's also protecting the crop. Humidity, it does certainly helps, especially on the strawberries and cladosporum and raspberries. It's more of a stable climate really, that you don't get the highs and the lows quite as much as you do in a standard tunnel, and generally good airflow across the crop. What we're finding is obviously with a permanent structure we're leaving the tunnels up all year, and then the grass element is not growing so much. Obviously then with the gutter, all the rainwater's taken out, so we're not having to mow. It's another saving that we're able to make.